gearing up now for both the new moon and the new moon in Chinese astrology, where we will be entering the year of the wood dragon. And that is exciting energy. I've posted the last couple days about how the full moon is a big full moon. And so if after the full moon, which was on January 25th, you were feeling more tired than usual or lethargic or you needed to rest, that is because the sun exactly conjunct Pluto and the moon was opposite Pluto. So both the sun, luminary, and the lunar, the moon, were activated by the planet Pluto. And Pluto is all about the great unconscious, the depth, the awareness, the iceberg of consciousness that rests somewhere in our subconscious. And so when both the sun and the moon activated Pluto, it was like huge luminaries of light activating our unconscious. And so over the last week, collectively, individually, and in our world, we have been having a lot of awareness brought to the surface. Things that were hidden, things that we hadn't looked at, things we weren't aware of are now up on the surface. And so if you've been noticing that, if you have been sensing that, feeling that weight of the awareness coming to light, you're not alone. The good news is that today, finally, after the full moon, we have some really beautiful, exciting, inspiring energetics. And I wanted to jump on here with the good news. So if you're like, yeah, I feel a little bit of a shift, I feel a little bit different today. We also have had the planet Uranus, which is one of the gods in Greek mythology. The planet went direct. And so for the last 3 months, the planet of change, unexpected happenings, innovation, technology, new ideas, the future, it's a planet of the future, has been retrograde. So it's a little bit difficult when the planet of the future is retrograde because it causes us, instead of to be forward thinking, to be a bit more past thinking, which doesn't really allow as much forward momentum. So now that Uranus is going direct, we have this incredible opportunity to start being, it's like the gears are awake, the gears are turning, ideas are coming in, ideas for the future, ideas for your life, ideas to make things better. Excitingly, the planet Uranus will be going and moving into a new sign in the next month. It's been in Aries. Aries, of course, is a fire sign. But that's exciting news because today we have a grand trine. We have all these planets in fire. And so I'm going to go ahead and share screen and show you a 13 sign astrological chart and show you the energetics of today that are just really exciting and are giving us this new, it's like a rebirth. It's kind of like, oh, after that full moon energy, the smoke is kind of clearing. It's still clearing, but you might be beginning to feel like seeing some hope on the horizon. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen with you all so that we can look at today's chart. I was really excited when I saw it. Now, if you have not looked at an astrological chart before and you have no idea what any of this means, I'd like to give you just a real brief explanation of what you're looking at here, because a lot of people ask me, Lotus, what does this mean? And how can I use this in my life? Okay. So this is today's chart for right now. And so what are we looking at? Again, if you've never come across my videos or seen me before, my name is Lotus Dawn. Yes, that is my birth name. I have a business, Blossom with Lotus, that is all about utilizing the power of the true location of the stars to invite you and activate you to have greater awareness in you, right? The gift is you. And so Blossom with Lotus is all about supporting you and having the information and knowledge from the stars related to your birth that allow you to have greater knowledge and awareness of who you are to finally say yes to who you are and what you are here to activate and create in your life. And so I'm really excited. Today is January 28th. We're getting ready for the Chinese New Year on February 10th. And right now I want to go into today's chart and give you kind of some exciting news. So the first thing off the bat is that there's a grand trine between three planets in fire. We have the planet Uranus, which is the planet of the future, in Aries. Aries is very forward thinking. It's gung ho. It likes to go. It likes to act. It's ruled by Mars. So it's all about activity. It's all about leadership. It's all about courage. It is in a trine to the moon. The moon is emotion. It's lunar in nature. It's changeable. It's water by nature. And the moon is in Leo, which is another fire sign, all about shining, like being like the sun. It's ruled by the sun. And so when the moon is in Leo, emotionally, we're really nourished by getting out there, by sharing who we are, by sharing our story, by sharing who we are, what we're all about. Okay. So Uranus, the planet of the future, is in a harmonious, both fire sign relationship to the moon. Now, if you're curious about how to do aspect readings or begin to learn how do planets affect each other, I am preparing for my next masterclass, which is going to be happening beginning the second half of February, right after Valentine's Day. And we're going to be diving deep in how do you read a chart? How do you read the aspects specifically? How do you discern the relationships between, okay, what is a trine? What does a fire trine mean? Right? Today we have one. We have a grand fire trine, which is when three planets are in a harmonious trine relationship, like a triangle. You can kind of see it here. And so we have Uranus and Aries trine the moon, and then we have the moon trine Mercury. Okay, so we've got Uranus, the planet of the future. We've got the moon, which is our emotion. We've got Mercury, which is the planet of communication, in a grand trine, all in fire in a harmonious relationship. And so fire is activation. It's new ideas, especially when you have the planet Uranus, which is the planet of the visionary, the planet of new ideas. And then you have it trine Mercury, which is the planet of expression and communication. So you might be feeling really activated or inspired to have these new ideas and maybe even begin to formulate a plan. That's Mercury. Think about the logistics. Think about who you would need to communicate with and spread information. So this is a really powerful day for communication, visualization, new ideas. And there's this sense of energy, right? All that fire moving in this harmonious triangle, activating us, propelling us forwards. Whereas we've had this sun conjunct Pluto. They're still pretty close to each other, Pluto and the sun, Pluto being that depth and that awareness and that bringing to light of our subconscious patterning, but they're beginning to move apart. And so the intensity and the sort of Pluto pulling us to look deeper and deeper into ourselves is getting a little bit lighter. The sun is starting to move forwards now away from Pluto, and it's moving deeper into Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, which is very stabilizing, very grounding, very much about planning the vision, setting the roots, and being very connected to the foundation of what you're going to create, which adds a lot of stability to this grand fire trine between Uranus, the moon, and Mercury. Okay, it's very powerful energies. Oh, and Mars. Mars is involved here too. So we've got Mars, Mercury. Holy cow, y'all. We got a grand fire trine plus plus. So we've got the moon, which is emotion, in Leo, which is expression. Uranus, the planet of the future, in Aries, taking action. Trine Mercury and Mars. Mercury is in thought, Mars is action. So if you're like, man, I feel activated today, it's a really good time to write a list, to make phone calls, to communicate, to post a video, to go live, to initiate. The fire signs are all about initiating action. And so that is why I'm sharing with you that I have a brand new course coming up in February that will be all about reading a chart and how to read the dance of relationship between the planets, right? How do we look at a chart and know what the relationship energy is between each of the planets? Like today, we're looking at Uranus to the moon, planet of the future, aligning with the moon of emotion, trining Mercury and Mars. So it's harmonious. It's in flow. The energy is going forwards. It's in fire, which is activation, new inventions, new ideas, taking action. Maybe you're thinking about travel because Mars and Mercury are in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the planet, the sign, I should say the sign of travel, of foreign ideas, philosophy, the mind, expansion. I always call it the cosmic Santa Claus, Sagittarius. It loves to give gifts and ideas that expand the mind. So I just wanted to give you a really brief update about some of the powerful aspects that are happening today that are different than this sort of ongoing Sun to Pluto, which is depth and introspection. There's finally a little bit of energy, fiery expansion, moving forwards, drawing us forwards. What are your ideas? What are your visions? What is it you want to create? And so I want to wish you all a happy 2024, happy New Year, and a happy almost Chinese New Year. I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing some special events for the Chinese New Year. So we have something to look forward to, learning about what is the year of the wood dragon. What is that energy bringing in and what can we do to prepare for it? My mom is actually a feng shui consultant. I'm friends with another feng shui consultant who are very steeped in this knowledge of this coming new year. And so if you're excited, you want to see me do a live interview event with an expert on this coming Chinese New Year, wood of the wood dragon, year of the wood dragon, comment below. I'm getting excited for it. And if you're interested in joining my upcoming course, I'm so excited. The energy that's so exciting of today, message me below. I will have some amazing information for you there. So any questions, comments? I would love to hear, how is today for you? Are you feeling that energy? Are you excited? Are you having new ideas? Are you having breakthroughs? Are you having inspiration from above? So I send you all love, and I just posted some new videos on my YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things because I love getting you this information and I appreciate you all so much. Sending you love from Blossom with Lotus and from my heart, wishing you all the best in this new year, this new day. Much love. Aloha.